Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutaye Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Prastyatya Desatarne. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Before again speaking, also I'd like to seek the blessings of all the assembled devotees and also of those who may be listening online. Vancha kalpa trubhisya kripa sindhube vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So we're first going to start with the Sanskrit recitation, and we'll move on to the purport, the translation and the purport. Okay. So if you can please repeat after me. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati Raja karmani bharataha Gyanam avritya tu tamaha Pramade sanjayat yutaha. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati Raja karmani bharataha Jnanam avritya tu tamaha Pramade sanjayat yutaha. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati Raja karmani bharataha Jnanam avritya tu tamaha Pramade sanjayat yutaha. So would anyone like to recite Sanskrit, please, if you like? Sattvam sukhe sanjayati Raja karmani bharataha Jnanam avritya tu tamaha Pramade sanjayat yutaha. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati Raja karmani bharataha Jnanam avritya tu tamaha Pramade sanjayat yutaha. So we'll move on to the translation and purport. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. So, O son of Bharat, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions one to fruit of action. And ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds one to madness. So if you'd like to repeat after me. O son of Bharat, The mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions one to fruitive activities. And ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds one to madness. And purpose. A person, so Barrett, you have to scroll down with the, thank you, Boo. Sorry. A person in the mode of goodness is satisfied by his work or intellectual pursuit, just as a philosopher, scientist, or educator may be engaged in a particular field of knowledge and may be satisfied in that way. A man in the mode of passion may be engaged in fruitive activity. He owns as much as he can and spends for good causes. Sometimes he tries to open hospitals, give to charity, institutions, etc. These are signs of one in the mode of passion. And the mode of ignorance covers knowledge. In the mode of ignorance, whatever one does is good neither for him nor for anyone. So it explaining about the different modes of material nature and the way different people act in these different modes. So just to repeat again, so those activities in the mode of goodness, they are ones which give us happiness. Ones in the mode of passion, it's called here fruit of action. So fruit of action means material benefit. These are like enterprises and so on, in industry, job, and then there's ignorance. So ignorance is one which is completely covering, and it says binds one to madness. So those in the mode of goodness, they become conditioned to happiness, so they become satisfied in whatever pursuits, mostly in intellectual pursuits, and they're like the philosophers or the educators in society. And then those in the mode of passion, they're the ones who are in the mode of passion, is specifically mentioned as a Kshatriya class. So there's 4 different classes of people within the Varnashram system. So I'll just explain about the Varnashram system first. It's said in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, text 13, Chachivarna maya shresvam guna karmani vivagataha tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. So it says, according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work associated with them, I've created the different divisions in society. One should not think me to be the non-doer. Although I've created this system, one should not think me to be the non-doer, although I am unchangeable, for he is unchangeable, says Krishna. So there's these different varnas, what we call them in society. So these are the different occupational duties of each individual, which is naturally there by nature, as we're conditioned by these modes of nature: goodness, ignorance, and passion. So there's also the aspect of ashram. So this is a devotional aspect. This is, for example, brahmacharya. Then there's the grihasta. This is the householder. And then there's the vanaprast. That is the retired householder, who naturally becoming more focused then on spiritual life. And then there's the sannyasi. So the sannyasi is someone who's completely dedicating their life to renunciation and spiritual pursuits. So in terms of the different varnas, first of all we have what is called, they call it the Sudra class. So this class is people who are those in society who are naturally good at like labor and work, and also like artists, singers and painters and drama, all these different things. And then there's the mercantile class. So these are the Vaishyas. So these are those people who are naturally good with industry and stuff. And then also just to mention that these classes, they go in order, like I believe it's for every. I'll explain this afterwards. So the next class is the Kshatriya class. So this class is those who are more. It's first of all like the warrior class, and those who are like administrators, like the royal class. So these are like the monarchs, the kings, and also the teachers, the warriors. So this is the Kshatriya class in society. And then there's finally there's the Brahmana class. So these are the people who are basically considered the educators and the saintly people in society according to scripture. So it's said that in terms of the different orders in society, there's for the first class, the Sutra class, we take it on a scale there's like 1,000 in terms of the scale of the different classes. So we take for 1,000 of the Sutra class, we then have 100 of the merchant class, and then for every 100 of the merchant class, we have 10 of the Kshatriya class, and for every 10 of the Kshatriya class, we have 1 of the Brahmana class. So this is what's stated as the natural divisions in society. In terms of these different divisions, all these divisions are supposed to actually cooperate together to create a perfect society. So this is what Srila Prabhupada actually called as a classless society. He mentions that in India previously, they had this caste system, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras. And it started with the Brahmanas. They misused their position. So they tried to kind of create a hierarchy where they consider themselves better than the other classes. Srila Prabhupada gives an example that the system is compared to, I give an example of the body and the stomach, and because this system is also compared to the body, that it all works together in harmony. So one day they said the arms and legs were speaking to each other, and they said, we're doing all this work, and the stomach, he's just getting all the food, and so he just, he doesn't do anything, and he just gets the food. So that's it. We're going on strike. So the arms and the legs went on strike, and they noticed that they started to get weaker. So that's just the example that everyone in society is meant to be actually in these different divisions in society, which are natural to people's nature. So people's what they call dharma, what's actually natural for their nature is complementary for everyone in society, and also for themselves to be happy. And when one is happy in their nature, then that's when they can actually live. They're actually satisfied in life, and when one does their duty in that nature, it makes it easier for them to also pursue their spiritual life because they're content. And then naturally, as one engages in devotional service in their nature, they naturally will become purified and more refined. So this is what actually creates a society, and this system is given by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, it's considered perfect. But that is to be considered that in terms of these different modes of material nature, we all have our conditioning with the modes, but we're completely, in terms of the modes of material nature, we're completely mixed up. Some people may have tendencies of a Brahmana, Surya, Kshatriya all in one, but generally a given mode of nature will come to the surface, and generally one mode of nature will naturally predominate in a person, whether it's goodness, ignorance, or passion. So according to these different modes of nature, when we talk about the Sudra class, they're generally in the mode of ignorance. So this is just generally. And then the Vaishya class are generally in the mode of ignorance and passion. And then the Kshatriya class are generally in the mode of passion. And then the Brahmana class they're generally in the mode of goodness. But the thing is that for a devotee, whether they're a Sudra, a Vaishya, they, as long as they take the devotional service, no matter what mode they're in, they become purified. And the thing is, everyone in society at the moment, all over the world, are generally considered to be Sudras, because we don't have any training and we're not very purified. So actually, Srila Prabhupada wanted a Varnashram college in every temple or in every where there is Krishna consciousness, so people could actually be trained up according to their nature, and to create this actual society, what he called Devi Varnashram, Daiva or Devi Varnashram, which is a divine Varnashram. So that is when everyone is a devotee and Krishna is at the center, then everyone will be very satisfied and will actually have abundance in society. So it's said in the Bhagavad Gita 3:10, Sahayagya Praja Shristva Puravacho Prajapati Anena oh sorry, I'm trying to think now. Anena Prasa Visyadvam Esha Vosa Visakamaduk. That it says, according the Supreme Lord in the beginning of creation sent forth generations of men and demigods along with sacrifices for Lord Vishnu, and he blessed them by saying, "Be thou pleased with this sacrifice, yagya, for it shall bestow upon you everything beneficial for living happily and achieving liberation." Shishi Radhakakulananda ki, Shishi Sitaram Laxman Hanuman ki, Shishi Gaurnitai ki. So the Supreme Lord has sent us into this world with certain sacrifices prescribed by the scriptures, which we can execute for becoming happy in this material world. So generally, what we know as sacrifices, these sacrifices are prescribed in the Vedas. So this is generally when we offer things to Krishna. So ultimately, as a devotee, we try to offer everything to Krishna, the food we eat, and we engage in service for Krishna. And this is how we dovetail our lives to satisfy Krishna. Ordinarily, we have what we call the demigods, and these demigods are in terms of they're presiding over the elements of material nature, like the government of the material world. And usually we in the Vedas it's prescribed to offer things to these demigods to live happily and to have a bounty in life, such as vegetables and fruits and everything we need to harvest the grains. So there's an example of this when Krishna, he lifted Govardhan hill. So this was because Krishna advised to his father Nanda Maharaj that him and his Brahmana friends, they were preparing for a sacrifice to offer to Lord Indra for enough rain so they could harvest the grains, and it was a tradition that he followed. But Krishna convinced him that actually you don't need to, if you offer them to me, that will be enough, because ultimately the demigods are devotees of Krishna, and so Krishna is the source of everything, and it can get too complicated. So this is Krishna's mercy, that it's like if we water the root of the tree, the rest of the tree will become nourished. So this is simply by taking to the sacrifice of what's prescribed for this age, then everything can be perfect. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, of sacrifices, I am japa. So this is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. If you'd like to repeat with me, or sorry, not to repeat, to say with me, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the sacrifice which is mentioned for this day and age, this age of Kali Yuga, Sankirtan Yagya. So Sankirtan Yagya is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So it's the chanting of the Lord's holy names. So I'd like to read a conversation, an interview with Srila Prabhupada from a book called The Science of Self-Realization. And Srila Prabhupada addresses some points in society, as Srila Prabhupada explains it, why society is going to the dogs in that sense. So this is addressed as it's highlighted or titled as Human Society or Animal Society. So this is an interview. So in an interview with India's Bhavan's Journal in August 1976, Srila Prabhupada asked, "How can there be happiness or peace in animal society? They want to keep people like animals, and they are making a United Nations simply a dog's race. The dog is running on 4 legs, and you are running on 4 wheels, that's all. And you think that the 4-wheel race is advancement of civilization." So I'm just going to read it first and then comment afterwards. So the interviewer, the first question is the influence of religion on the wane? If so, does this factor account for the increase in corruption and the widespread deterioration of moral values? Srila Prabhupada, yes, religion is on the wane. This is predicted in the Srimad Bhagavatam 12.2.1. Tatas chanu dinam dharma satyam socham shamadaya kalena balena rajan naksyasyatyayur balan smriti. In the age of Kali Yuga, the present age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the following things will diminish: religion, truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, duration of life, bodily strength, and memory. These are human acids which make the human being distinct from the animal, but these things will decline. There will be no mercy, there will be no truthfulness, memory will be short, and the duration of life will be cut short. Similarly, religion will vanish. That means that gradually we will come to the platform of animals. So interviewer, religion will vanish, will become animals. So question mark. Srila Prabhupada, especially when there is no religion, it is simply animal life. Any common man can distinguish that the dog does not understand what is religion. The dog is also a living being, but he is not interested in understanding the Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. He is not interested. That is the distinction between man and dog. The animal is not interested. So when the human beings become uninterested in religious things, then they are animals. And how can there be happiness or peace in animal society? They want to keep people like animals, and they are making a United Nations. How is it possible? United animals, society for united animals. These things are going on. Interviewer: do you see any hopeful signs? Srila Prabhupada: at least they have detected that religion is declining. That is good. Declining means they are going to be animals. In logic, it is said that man is a rational animal. When the rationality is missing, then he is simply an animal, not a human being. In human society, either you become Christian, Mohammedan, Hindu, or Buddhist. It doesn't matter. There must be some system of religion. Human society without religion is animal society. This is a plain fact. Why are people so unhappy now? Because there is no religion. They are neglecting religion. One gentleman has written me that Tolstoy once said, "Unless dynamite is put underneath the church, there cannot be any peace." Even now the Russian government is very strictly against God consciousness because they think that religion has spoiled the whole social atmosphere. An interviewer: it seems there could be some truth in that. Srila Prabhupada: the religious system might have been misused, but that does not mean that religion should be avoided. Real religion should be taken. It does not mean that because religion has not been properly executed by the so-called priests, religion should be rejected. If my eye is giving me some trouble on account of a cataract, it does not mean that the eye should be plucked out. The cataract should be removed. That is Krishna consciousness. Interviewer: I think history shows that many people have misused religion. Isn't that a fact? Srila Prabhupada: these people have no conception of God, and they are preaching religion. What is religion? Dharmantu Shakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. The path of religion is directly enunciated by the Supreme Lord. They have no conception of God. They do not know what God is, and they are professing some religion. How long can it go on artificially? It will deteriorate. That has become the present condition. They have no idea of God, so how will they know what is the order of God? Religion means the order of God. For example, law means the order of the state. If there is no state, then where is the order? We have a clear conception of God, Krishna. He is giving his order, and we accept it. It is clear religion. If there is no God, no conception of God, no order of God, then where is religion? If there is no government, then where is the law? Interviewer: well, there wouldn't be any law. It would be an outlaw society. Srila Prabhupada: outlaw. Everyone is an outlaw, manufacturing his own concocted system of religion. That is going on. Just ask, in any religious system, what is their conception of God? Can anyone tell clearly? No one can tell. But we shall immediately say, Venum kananfam arvinda dalayataksham paharvatamsam asitam buddha sundarangam kandarpakoti kamaniya vijashesha sobam govindam adi purusham tam aham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, whose blooming eyes are like lotus petals, whose head is bedecked with a peacock's feather, whose figure of beauty is tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and whose unique loveliness charms millions of cupids. Brahma Samhita 5:30. Immediately we can give a description of God. If there is no idea of God, then what kind of religion is that? Interviewer: I don't know. Shri Prabhupada: it is bogus. People have no conception of God, and therefore they have no understanding of religion. That is the decline, and because religion is declining, the human beings are becoming more and more like animals. Animal means that one has no memory. A dog comes there when there's some eatables. I say hut, and he goes away, but again he comes. He has no memory. So when our memory of God is reducing, that means that our human qualities are reducing. In the Kali Yuga, these human qualities will be reduced. That means that people are becoming like cats and dogs. Interviewer: here's the second question. The traditional charge against Vedic culture is that it is fatalistic, that it makes people slaves to the belief in predestination, and that it therefore inhibits progress. How far is this charge true? Shri Prabhupada: what is that progress? Is a dog's jumping progress? Is that progress? A dog is running here and there on four legs, and you are running here and there on four wheels of the automobile. Is that progress? That is not the Vedic system. According to the Vedic system, the human being has a certain amount of energy, and since the human being has better consciousness than the animals, the energy of the human beings is more valuable than the energy of the animals. Interviewer: probably no one would dispute that the human being has more freedom, or I suppose responsibility, than the animals. Shri Prabhupada: so human energy should be utilized for spiritual advancement, not that the energy should be employed to compete with the dog. The saintly person is not busy like the dog. Today people think that dogness is life, but actual life is spiritual progress. Therefore the Vedic literature says, Tasyeva hito pratayet teta kovidyo nalabhyate yad brahmatam uparyadaha tal labhyate dukkha vad ananyata sukham kalena sarvatra kabira ramasaha. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest planet, Patalaloka. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in the course of time, just as in the course of time we obtain miseries, even though we do not desire them. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.18. Interviewer: could you explain that a little further? Srila Prabhupada: the human being should exert his energy for that thing which he did not get in many, many lives. In many, many lives, the soul has been in the forms of dogs, or demigods, or cats, birds, beasts, and many other things. There are 8,400,000 different types of bodies, so this transmigration of the soul is going on. The business in every case is sense gratification. Interviewer: which means? Shri Prabhupada: for example, the dog is busy for sense gratification. Where is food? Where is shelter? Where is the female? Where is defense? The man is also doing the same business in different ways. This business is going on life after life. Even a small insect is trying for the same thing. Birds, beasts, fish, everywhere the same struggle is going on. Where is food? Where is sex? Where is shelter? And how to defend. The Vedic literature says that these things we have done for many, many lives, and if we don't get out of the struggle for existence, we will have to do them again for many, many lives. Interviewer: I'm beginning to see. Shri Prabhupada: yes, so these things should be stopped. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj makes this statement, Sukam Andrayekam Detya Deha Yogena Dahinam Sarvacha Labhate David Ayata Dukam Ayannataha. My dear friends, born of daimonic families, the happiness perceived with reference to the sense objects by contact with the body can be obtained in any form of life according to one's past fruitive activities. Such happiness is automatically obtained without endeavor, just as we obtain distress. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam 763. A dog has a body and I have a body. So my sex pleasure and the dog's sex pleasure, there is no difference. The pleasure derived out of sex is the same. A dog is not afraid of having sex pleasure on the street before everyone, and we hide it. That's all. People are thinking that to have sex pleasure in a nice apartment is advanced. However, that is not advanced, and they are making a dog's race for this so-called advancement. People do not know that according to whatever kind of body one has acquired, the pleasure is already stored up. Interviewer: what do you mean the pleasure is already stored up? Srila Prabhupada: that is called destiny. A pig has got a certain type of body, and his eatable is the stool. You cannot change it. The pig will not like to eat halva, which is a dessert made of sweetened, buttery, toasted grains. It is not possible. Because he has a particular type of body, he must eat like that. Can any scientist improve the standard of living of the pig? Interviewer: I doubt it. Srila Prabhupada: therefore Prahlad Maharaj says that it is already stored up. The pleasure is basically the same, but a little different according to the body. The uncivilized man in the jungle is having the same thing. Now people are thinking that civilization means constructing skyscraper buildings, but Vedic civilization says, no, that is not advancement. The real advancement of human life is self-realization. How much you have realized yourself, not that you have constructed skyscraper buildings. Interviewer: but wouldn't what you're saying make sense to most people? Srila Prabhupada: sometimes people must understand. In a high court, a judge is sitting soberly, apparently doing nothing, and he is getting a high salary. Someone else is thinking, I'm working so hard in the same court, rubber stamping, and not getting 1/10 the salary of the judge. He is thinking, I'm so busy, working so hard, and I'm not getting as good a salary as a man who is just sitting on the bench. The situation is like that. The Vedic civilization is meant for self-realization, not for a dog's race. Interviewer: still, isn't it usually considered honorable to work hard, to struggle, and eventually get ahead in life? Srila Prabhupada: the karmis, fruit of workers, have been described in the Bhagavad Gita as mudas, asses. When they are compared to the asses, why are they compared to the asses? Because the ass works very hard with loads on his back, and in return his master gives him only a little morsel of grass. He stands at the door of the washerman and eats grass, while again the washerman loads his back. He doesn't have the sense to think, if I can go out of the cottage of the washerman, I can get grass anywhere. Why am I carrying so much? Interviewer: that brings to mind some people I know. Srila Prabhupada: the fruitive worker is like that. He is very busy in the office, and if you want to see him, he will say, I am very busy. So what is the result of your being so busy? He takes 2 pieces of toast and 1 cup of tea, and for this purpose you are so busy. He does not know why he is busy. In the account books he will find that the balance was $1 million, and now it has become 2 million. He is satisfied with that, but he will take only 2 pieces of toast and 1 cup of tea, and still will work very hard. That is what is meant by karmi. Asses, they will work like asses without any aim in life. But Vedic civilization is different. The accusation is not correct. People in Vedic civilization are not at all lazy. They are busy for a higher subject matter. Prahlad Maharaj stresses that this busyness is so important that it should begin from one's very childhood. Komram acharet pragna. One should not lose a second's time. That is Vedic civilization. The asses see, these men are not working like I am, like dogs and asses. And they consider that we are escaping. Yes, escaping your fruitless endeavor. The Vedic civilization is meant for self-realization. Sorry, I actually ran out of time. It went on a bit longer than I expected. So I'm just going to make a few comments that should, and actually, I think you might have get the gist. So if there's any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, so thank you very much for your kind attention. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, all glories to Sample devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we're going to have Arati in a few minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. The curtains is open now. Any minute, so please set up and just come forward. The arti is there, so please repeat after me. Join me in the arti as much as you can. Hare Krishna. श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की जय, श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, श्री गौरानिताय की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। की बजायो जय गौरचंद्रे आरती कशो
चन्द्रजीली वदन उज्ज्वला Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimad